Alright, we are back at the moment. Um, I am going to say that the issue was my internet due to the horrendous speeds I was getting, and it seems to be going a bit better. Oh, no, it dropped again already. Um, I'm just trying to figure out what to do right now because, and again, it could be that, it could just, yeah, it looks like it was just a hiccup. So I will try to keep an eye on it here for the next bit. As you can see, the camera's on. Things got, whatever for right now. That I was able to turn the camera back on. And so, close that out. That's open again. And I will watch this as long as Streamlabs doesn't say that it basically, right now it's going down, it's under 10%. As long as it doesn't suddenly ping up to more than, 15-20% here in the next couple minutes, I will go ahead and restart the game. For those wondering, I did the, quick save. And that, for those of you who are not familiar, quick save was a feature first introduced in the GBA ones. I don't think it was in the PlayStation ones. Maybe it was. I can't remember. That's a detail that I just over my head. But that being said, quick save allows you to make one save file at a time anywhere in the game without having to actually have a save point. Only issue with that is if you reload the quick save and you face a party wipe, essentially, you're pretty much, out of luck. You'll have to go back to the previous save. So, in games where there's lots of deep dungeon delving, diving, whatever, maybe not such a good option. But on games where it's like this one, it was a deep dungeon for the time and everything else, but now not so much. Let me turn off my phone before I kill the battery in that. I was checking my that's what I was checking my Pokemon game while I was doing that. I was checking my Pokemon game while I was because I had got notifications that my Pokemon had returned to me after it battled hard, which, it was there for quite a few hours. My Pokemon had returned to me after it battled hard, which, it was there for quite a few hours. But, so, okay, I think this is good enough. I can go ahead and load the game. Okay, I think this is good enough. I can go ahead and load the game. So, give me 1 second, though. I'm going to mute my YouTube stream, because I have that up just in case. And I just want to mute that because as much as I have gotten okay with the idea of listening to my voice, it's not as bad as previous recordings, back before we had such good fidelity in our sound, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. But I was not I was not always very happy listening to this on my own voice. Some people still aren't, but that's fine. I mean, I'm somebody that if you ask me honestly, I'll tell you whether or not your voice is annoying. Sometimes I'll do it without being asked. That being said, and in all seriousness, it's finite question, I guess. Just attack, I guess. So, and of course, my sinuses are starting. Anyway, I do appreciate, like I said, I was talking about earlier, I do appreciate everybody standing by me while I get this built up. Hopefully I did not deafen you that badly doing that, but I don't want to become a mouth breather, shall we say. So, how'd that go? Oh, that's something I'm going to do something crafty with. Anyway, I thought I spilled coffee on it. And I'm like, how did I get coffee on that? Considering where it's sitting is on top of a fairly large handful of envelopes. Which, you know, I would be upset to lose them all. Because it's, you know, yay thick. But, yeah. So, let me think here. Excuse me. I know I should be careful thinking because it's uncharted territory for me. Sometimes. But I can't even remember what I was going on before the stream hit issues, which now I am paranoid. I need to get... Well, it seems to be doing real good, so I'll just... I need to get another screen so that way I can monitor my OBS, my Streamlabs OBS, while I'm actually doing this. But again, gonna have to get more money first, as much as I hate to say that. Probably something that I would basically reinvest for this stream. But, I had a pretty crappy week. Hopefully everybody else has been better. At least I've had a crappy week since birds. Since Tuesday. I couldn't think of when my last stream was. I don't know why. I'm old, I guess. Anyway, today is Friday, so it would have been Wednesday night. Everything just, you know, kind of went up the creek for me. Without getting too much into depths in it, my previous boyfriend, I found out he passed away. We weren't, it was one of those situations, you know, well, did you guys keep in contact? Well, not really, because we tried at first, but his behavior didn't change, which was part of the reason why, you know, I was the one that did it, but, which was part of the reason why I said, well, not said, but I pretty much, decided it was done. I gave him chance after chance after chance and blah blah blah, but anyway, that's all neither here nor there. I got the unfortunate news that he was sick a couple months ago. Much to my shock, he had stage 4 cancer, liver, and so I kept thinking, oh, it's stage 4, I know it's whatever, but I'm hoping, you know, foolishly, he'll recover from it, because, you know, miraculous things do happen. I don't want to say miracles happen, but miraculous things do. And there's there is a bit difference, because that can be something as simple as the person who, you know, went for surgery they weren't sure, you know, was less than 50% chance that it was going to be effective in correcting it. Well, lo and behold, it corrects it. Person who was in the car wreck, that's, you know, everybody kept saying you won't walk, but they push themselves through, physical therapy and everything else, physiotherapy, and lo and behold, they walk again. So that's my distinction. But anyway, I kept hoping he would get better. Well, I got the news that he did not. He passed away. Kind of shitty, and it was one of those things. He and I went through, we were only together for 5 years, but we went through so much in that time. And so even though we didn't keep in contact, we were really close for the longest time, and we kind of kept, well, I did keep in contact with him via mutual friends that he spoke to, that I would periodically speak to, because I will be the first to admit, like, when it comes to stuff like that, you didn't keep in touch, they didn't keep in touch, whatever. Yeah, no, more often than not, I will, happily share the blame for that one, because even now, it takes two to do, it takes two for communication. And so even now, when I have somebody who's very important to me, and that part of it's I don't want to bother them, because even though they're important to me and they say that I'm important to them and whatever else, my mental health, be it what it is, can never, it has its doubts, which I think is normal, but one of the few normal things about me, I guess. So anyway, I got that news. That was something. And then a few hours later, family drama. Like, late into the night family drama. So, yeah, I am just not impressed. To put it lightly. And restore some spells. That should be enough to get me through this fight. Now use the Earth Rod. And I can't remember if this is the final floor. No, it is not. I've got 2 more floors. And so, if I go up, I can get to that room. And then I have to double back. I've got items still, thankfully. And that room, and then I can go down. Thankfully, their DPS is high enough that can dispatch certain enemies quickly. Because by right, the trolls are, they're pretty similar to trolls in real life. They're very contentious, is the word I'm trying to think of, to deal with. So, and I think the Wraith are still low enough level that Haku can beat them with once. Yes. Monsters. Oh. I don't remember if I fought a chief or an orc mage before. But I do know those cats, if they're like the ones from later in the series, I do not like them. And I'm a cat person, so because in Final Fantasy IV, that iteration of those monsters, the Hyenodon, have a skill called Blaster, and it's a one-hit KO. Chest-contained staff. Monsters. Well, let's just do that again then. Rinse and repeat. 3,400 gil. Kiki. Let's have a key. Never mind. That's for a different stream. Oh, by the way, happy Pride. Today is the 3rd day of June, which means it is the 3rd day of Pride. I would like to go back and finish a project I was doing on somebody else's Discord server. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't work. And that was I was doing basically a queer studies class where I was researching events in the history of the community and, sharing the information that, because lots of people, lots of, at least the way they act, a lot of younger gay people queer people, I should say, don't seem to understand why this is still a big deal. And there are some who call themselves allies that don't understand why pride is a big deal. And so part of it is part of the reason why I was doing it was to be informative. Because there was actually quite a bit that I've learned over the years. Chest contained 5,450 gil. And, monsters. No Anyway, I was doing it because there's lots of interesting stuff I've learned. I finally confirmed the first... Well, not the first, I believe... So, for those of you who know, there was the Stonewall riot. That was a big turning point in the fight for equality. Because queer people were in a place that, was pretty much designated for them via various means. And that means I can't be sure, but I'm using that as, it was originally supposed to be a place for queer people, primarily trans women, and I think sex workers, which that's fine by me. But anyway, it was designated as a place for them to be. Well, the police kept harassing them, and then finally enough was enough, and that was when the riot started. And of course, the riot started when Marsha P. Johnson it was either her or her friend Tricia. I'm terrible with the name. Latinx person threw a brick at the cops. But I believe it was 20 years prior to that. Maybe it was only 10 years prior to that. There was the Compton cafeteria incident, which was in California. Pretty much the same thing. The Compton cafeteria, especially late at night, was known for, sex workers and transgender people to hang out. Well, pigs being pigs. And before anybody asks, 1213. No, 1312. I should remember it's 1312. Anyway, where's the other one? Right there. The people there got tired of it, so they got tired of being harassed. And so, yeah. They revolted, throwing hot coffee and donuts at them. There were windows broken, I believe, because I did cover that one, but I don't have everything committed to memory. I believe they barricaded themselves in the cafeteria. And, for at least a little bit. And, yeah. That was also before the formation of, I'm sure most people have heard of the Pink Pistols at some point or another. It's a LGBTQ plus group that advocates, the community, arms themselves. And then there's the Pink Panthers, or at least there used to be, that they, in groups would roam around making sure people in the community were safe from homophobes and transphobes and everything else. So, but anyway, then there was those two. There was one that I didn't even know about, which, surprise, called the Vanguard. It was a big group, and it was around for the longest time. Infighting essentially led the group to be dismantled. Monsters. Oh, let's see what happens. Blink. Okay, well, good thing I'm using magic. For those wondering, blink only affects physical, supposedly physical, attacks. Chests contain tent, monsters. Gotta love that randomization. Anyway, so the Vanguard was a part of that group. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and then there's actually some very important names that, as part of queer cultural history in general, because every place, what was that, 1,250 gil, monsters, every place, like every country, every whatever, has their own... Not even sure what the proper word is for it, but they basically all have their own history as to queer culture. For those that are, of indigenous descent, a lot of it, Two-Spirit people. In fact, a lot of people are still Two-Spirit people today. Mithril Shield. Is that one better? Yes, it is. I've had that discussion with other people about the Two-Spirit because I met somebody, and this was how the discussion actually came about. I met somebody who was full-blooded indigenous. I am not. I am not full-blooded, obviously. I'm kind of pale to be full-blooded. But anyway, they and I got into... Woof. Well, that was a level 3 spell. So Ryu and Haku level up to level 25. Got into the discussion about how, I am Two-Spirit. Well, yes, I agree to that, to whatever degree you want to have that discussion, but because I get tired of getting looks, because I don't want to, well, yeah, I get looks from certain people, and I've had comments from certain people that basically I don't have enough indigenous blood, so, and we'll cut it at that. And so I got into that discussion with them about, well, that's fine, but I won't call myself that because even though it is, I don't feel that it's appropriate I call myself that because of, how light I am. So. But anyway, back to the original thing before I got sidetracked, which it's going to be that kind of day, I think. I'm going to get sidetracked easily all the time. That over there, I believe, is the crystal. Thanks God for these maps. I imagine it would be a million times harder without the maps. Just because you'd be wandering around and running out of crap. Names. Important people in the community. And like I said, when I usually say community, I mean it broad-based community. One is Magnus Hirschfeld, who was a gay man and was actually polyamorous. because he had a husband, and they had he was married to a man, and then they lived with the guy lived with him, but then he had also had a boyfriend. And so I'm guessing they worked that out. But anyway, he was an important name because he was the first to push for having homosexuality criminalized in not pre-World War I and II Germany. So, he's important in that. He also established a couple of colleges. The one was the Institute. Well, I can't really say what it was actually called, but there was the Institute for Human something, and then there was another one in regards to adult activities, just to explore the psychology and whatever else of queer people. And then the Nazis came around and whatever else. And then there's Henry Gerber, who tried to bring some of that stuff from over there back to the U.S. In Chicago, he had an issue. This was post-World War I, I believe. So there's lots of names, and it's not just Marsha and Harvey and other people. There's lots of people that we should, in the community, be aware of. And basically how long this fight's been going on, and the fact that this fight has actually been, in my opinion, been very selective because of a certain group of people, shall we say. And the influence of their imaginary friends. Anyway, so, who speaks to me? What was it? Oh, it's Rick James, bitch. I am he who feeds on the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the lich fiend of earth. Shit. I just realized I forgot to restock Haku and Vivi on their spells. Because, even though he's a lich and undead, he actually has really, really high physical defense. So it's a situation where right now I think both of them, these two, are going to be best served to replenish magic. And of course my black mage got zapped, so I mean, that really doesn't do anything because right now it doesn't do anything because these two are not attacking, but basically all that does will limit their attacks to I think 1 right now. So, but since they are not doing that, let me see if I can silence it. Keep this mitigated. Give it one more go. And I don't think I gave Haku... No, probably immune. Deals damage? No, of course I did not give for paralysis because I didn't even know. I mean, I'm guessing it was because I was so overpowered previously that it didn't live very long. So I know sleep will wear off, but I'm waiting for paralysis to wear off. Like, come on. It wears off in the other game. Well, it's the other games. I should know that. That's what I thought. I mean, if Evie dies, I'll undo the undo the paralysis. Not necessarily the way I want it, but it'll undo it. So. Come on. And yeah, Vivi is the one with haste and temper. So well, there we go. Didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, but took a bit longer than I was wanting it to. Can't have it both ways, I guess. 3,000 gil, 2,200 EXP. And now we revive the Earth Crystal. Just check a couple things, and it looks good. Alrighty. So, first crystal, right there, lit up. So now, leave, partially, which nobody was super low, so it should actually cap them. But anyway, and I, for those who, whatever, I kind of apologize for, all my political talk. But the thing that I like to be understood is my existence as a queer person, the community's existence in general is inherently political. Because there are people who use politics to try to make it that we can't survive. And if you think that's hyperbole, well, congratulations for not, being aware of what's actually going on in the world. It must be nice. So, that being said, I believe if I go back here, I'll get my clue as to where to go next. Because I have a rough idea of where I need to head next. And by the way, that's a discussion I've had with people in the community, especially other pet players. Because, I've posted about that and said that and said basically our existence and our ability to freely express this interest of ours is political, because our existence is political, and I got told, well, I'm sorry, we're on different wavelengths, and blocked. They blocked me, and it's like, okay, Must be nice. I mean, it's one of those things. It took me, I won't lie, it took me a while to get that way because I was at a point where I was like, I would like everybody to like me. Trust me, I was that person for the longest time. I want everyone to like me. And then after being beaten down by people and that, which I try not to do unless someone deserves it, yeah, I don't care if people like me anymore or not. And sometimes, depending on who the person is, I will go out of my way to make sure they hate me. So, I am not everybody's cup of tea. I am some people's cup of vodka, a shot of vodka. I am some people's first cup of coffee. And for some, if I had it my way, I would be their last shot of cyanide. But that's me. Figuratively, of course. But yeah, I believe I took my glasses off. There they are. I was gonna say, I believe I took my glasses off and sat them somewhere. Now, where did I sit them? It's not as bad as the one time. Everybody makes fun of people for doing this. It's not as bad as the one time I took my glasses off and sat them somewhere, and I'm like, where the hell did I put them? They're on top of my head. When I had a bandana on too, which I partially blame. So, Sage's Cavern. So, and there's the Sage. I believe it's Sada. Yep. Restore the crystals to grace. Well, that's helpful. Because I was just going to go ahead and take the one and turn it into, I don't know, a hockey puck, I guess. I have no idea. I knew what I was getting ready to say, and I kind of realized that I need to be a little bit more respectful for Twitch. YouTube, especially because I'm not a partner or anything yet, and I am not receiving any kind of monetization, because I'm not getting any views on my channel yet. I wasn't going to worry about it. But so, onwards and upwards to other things. All thanking for whoever listened and still tuned in and didn't fast forward your way through my mod. I do appreciate that. I complain a lot. A lot of people point that out, and honestly, I can't argue that. I do. I like to think I don't complain as much as like I used to, and that I don't only complain, but it's hard to say sometimes, at least from my perspective. Onward and upward to other things. So, after all that bad news I got, Thursday, before work, I decided to finally go ahead and do my project I've been wanting to do, and that was the what I call the bleach dyeing of some shirts I specifically bought from Michaels for that reason. And let's see here what it is. Restore the crystals to grace. Warriors of Light, to you we owe our thanks. The earth is returning to normal. Pretty fast turnover. Anyhow, just a farmer. Warriors of Light, this couldn't have happened without ye. The earth's made him, and Verder's coming back. Oh. I think it's something like Vim piss and vinegar. Basically, it's the earth is reviving itself. Here, the ancients possessed the ability to make things fly. Civilization in the north that fell to ruin. Restore the crystals to grace. The giant in the rock, which we already took care of. Une. Okay, earth crystal must be shining again. And long ago, Melmund was a beautiful town blessed by the richness of the earth. Well, you're gonna have to wait on that a bit. So, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed with the random encounters, but at the same time, these are weaker, so. Anyway, I did that. That purple one I think I've worn on the stream before. That one got it, as well as a new blue one and a red one that I had bought. The blue was a very nice color, and though I tried two different techniques. One, I tried like the more traditional tie-dye. I did this with the purple one, and then I just used the spray bottle that I had filled with bleach, and did it. And needless to say, the other two got the spray bottle. The purple one's my favorite result thus far. But that being said, I did learn, I learned something from it. One is, have to be very careful with where you're spraying it, how you're spraying it, because that will affect, the overall look. Especially the red one, because I sprayed it level, because it's just a dollar store bottle, so it's not very good. But to do the shirts, one, a dark color shirt is going to be better, because you can't really see too well. Well, no, I take that back. You can see pretty well with the blue one. Just the contrast isn't quite what I would like. And then the red one was just way too bright. Because especially in the sunlight, you can't even tell I really did anything to it. So, learn that. Creepy. No thank you, creepy Carly. Ow, cramp. I had one of those last night and I almost fell out of bed. But anyway, so spray bottle I will use. Again, for when I go to the when I go to like the dollar store and buy cheap stuff that I could like spray on top of, like lay it down, spray on top of it, and that just to put patterns or whatever in it, do it that way. But if I actually want to do similar to the tie-dye, I'm gonna need to actually pour the bleach on it, not spray it. Yeah. Didn't think it had that little HP left. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's what I learned from all that. So that, where I get the crafty type of tape that can, get wet and not go to crap. That kind of adhesive stuff. Can do that with the spray, but I'll just, take some and pour it on there. And trying to think, because I know I mix it. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio of water and bleach to control the severity of the bleaching. So maybe I just need to water it down. Don't I have... No, I don't have mithril gloves. And I don't have that equipped because it lowers my evasion. So... which, I don't... No, it lowers my defense. Raises my evasion. So... Which... what the hell. We'll see if it makes any huge difference. If it does, I can always swap it back. Alright. And my husband is always traveling, and in the little time he is home, he sleeps all day. I think he needs to get his priorities straight. No comment. Ever. Mithril Knight, Mithril Sword, Mithril Hammer, Mithril Axe. Accuracy 15, attack 23, attack 25, accuracy 10. And I'm partial to the axes for whatever reason, so... Because I honestly don't think he's ever missed, really. Alrighty, and... he's asleep next to the gravestones for whatever reason. Alrighty, so here we get to choose between Stona, Exit, Protera, and Invisera. Well, Exit. Oh, Protera, Invisera. Okay, so I can't take Exit yet because it needs to be a white wizard. So I will take Protera and Invisera in the meantime. And Thundiga, Death. Well, that's an instant kill one enemy. Quake swallows all, causes an earthquake to swallow enemies. And Stun. For whatever reason, Black Mage can learn all of these, but I've got to go with Thundiga, Quake, and I get the money Stun. And of course now I don't have the money to whatever, but I also need to sell some items that I don't need anymore. So not the coral sword. Oh, I've got 2 iron armors. I can sell one of them. I can sell these. Sell the leather armor, sell the helm. I am guessing my dumb butt has never sold anything. Longsword. Not the worm killer. I can sell this one and this one. And the saber. Mithril knife. Hammer, dagger, and that's everything. It doesn't give me nearly as much gil as I would like, but go through sort, items. Okay. Oh, stop that. So anyway, why did I go into all that stuff? Oh, because I said Happy Pride. I don't know. So. And before anybody asks, I did take my meds. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by stars and prophecy. 4 great crystals exist in the world. The light that once shone within them is now lost. The 4 fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. Fire, earth, water, and wind are the 4 forces that compose our world. The source of the 4 forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have taken root there and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal should regain its brilliance. And if it didn't, we're SOL, I guess. The 4 fiends plot to rule the world both past and present. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. Well, good news, he's dead. Where the Fiend of Fire passes, all is engulfed in flames.
Streamlabs said $thank you for following Trev Blue 19.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Trev. I appreciate that. Scared the shit out of me, though. When all 4 crystals shine once more, return here. All will be revealed. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us, warriors of light. Only you can do this. The volcano Mount Glug rises to the west. The Fiend of Fire long slept within its passages, but she has awoken 200 years before her time. Vanquish her before the world is consumed in flame. Well done, warrior of light. You have defeated the Fiend of Earth and restored the crystal's light. Sadly, this has drawn notice from the Fiend of Fire, who was not to have stirred for another 200 years. Take this canoe and go face the Fiend in Mount Glug. Obtain canoe. Now I'm wondering, I think I skipped something in my other game. I am Lucan, so this is Sage Lucan with the prophecy, eh? I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light, guided by destiny, about which our entire future revolves. And that's all he has to say. So, just to throw it out there, I did not defeat the Fiend of Fire on my other game. I don't think... I don't think I did. No, I'm almost certain I didn't. So I need to go and do that in my other game. So let's do a blind playthrough, shall we? Or a blind enough playthrough? Okay, now thanks to the canoe, I can travel in these little areas. Neochew. I ain't a big fan of Ochews, let alone Neochews. Magic. Sorry, that's a reference from something else, not anything, well, not anything important in general, but so let's go ahead and beat up the Fiend of Fire. If I can get to her. Ochu. Regular Ochu. Level 26 for Ryu and Haku. And this leads me into the ocean, so I went the wrong way. Although I can go down and around and get to Alfheim. So White Croc. And Vivi leveled up to 26. Now up this way. And this one I am going to have to use stronger magic. No two which ways about it. Because if not, gonna die. Yeah, it's not like that mithril armor made that big of a difference to him, it looks. And Genji leveled up to 26. So if I go here, and then go this way, I can get there. Preemptive strike. Yeah. But anyway, so additional content. I won't. Of course, I can't do any additional content for Twitch because I'm not seeking affiliate status, and they changed all that stuff after Amazon took them over. So, I will be doing some additional, whatever word I just used, for YouTube. Right now, that is going to look at, for .hackgu, I'll be reading through the lore of the World version 2. I will be posting the occasional odds and ends there. Like me going through and collecting right, that was what I wanted to do. Antidote. And this one's going to be a pain in the butt because I don't have float. In fact, I don't think float exists in this game. So you'll see why in a minute. What time is it? I should, well, I don't need to be keeping an eye on the time like I usually do. Oh, find the right button. Alrighty. So thankfully the damage wasn't very severe. But but yeah, on YouTube, like I said, I'll be doing that stuff. For this, like for Final Fantasy in general, I don't know for sure just yet. Just because, like, one thing I could have done was Final Fantasy 14 stuff. Well, I've stopped playing Final Fantasy 14. Just because, well, at first it was, basically just because, and now it's because I don't have the money for a subscription. Alright, I should be canceling a bunch of other subscriptions I have to save myself a few bucks, but I have other people that use them or rely on them, whatever. So, I haven't. Lots of treasure chests. And no, there is only one way to get to that location down. Okay, well, I can go through this one, come out on the other side, grab all those, and then, yeah. Alright, let's see if we can do this. So I could do it for that. For this, I don't have any other idea, but like I will put together stuff like when I do my next set of shirts and everything else, just for on there. Just that way I'm getting extra content. Monsters, what is it? Oh, fire elementals. Shouldn't be too difficult. Because I have ice. No. That's right. Blizzaga is level 7. So. But that means that my other game should have an easier time because my Black Wizard has Blizzaga. So. Mithril Helm. Monsters. I should have went up and did the other treasure chest first. Rip. At least I thought of it. So, yeah. Pathetic. Wait, I wonder, would he be stronger if I removed his weapon? No, but I find it hard to believe that with or without his weapon, it does the same damage. Not impressed. Looks like he actually does more damage without a weapon. So, my dumb butt is realizing that that was a mistake I made. You know, giving him the weapon all that time. Yikes. Must be nice to have the auto regen. I'm in no mood to deal with you guys, so... Splat. Good enough. For now. Monstars. Yeah, he seems to be consistently doing way more damage without a weapon, so... Great sword. How great is the great? The great sword is not that great. Oh, I can get up to that other part. Never mind. I was thinking I had to... I honestly don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I wasn't. Would not be the first time. I did not think. So the fact that he hits 8 times now means that if I temper and haste him, he'll attack, his attack will go up, but he'll attack 16. So, situation where I would say, you know, 2 monks, 2 black mages, be a pain in the butt mid-combat, but be a good way to, you know, speedrun your game, I guess. And Ryu, Haku, and Vivi leveled up to 27. Chest contained 4,150 gil. And I don't need magic for this one. And Genji leveled up to 27. So if I go over, and then, yep, then I can just go through that one door and it's good. Okay. Preemptive strike. Sweet. Now let's do, whoop. Null Frost. Yeah, like that will help here. Actually, what would help here would be Null Flame, which I don't have. Oh. I may have underestimated. Nah, not me. Anyway. Well, it could also have just been strength of the spell, because it's only level 4. Let's see what Thunder does. Monsters. Kel Surprise. Just see what goes on with that, because otherwise I can cast Scourge, but can't guarantee Scourge works against these things. Should have figured that one. Oh, I do have poison. Okay. Slow roll. Let's see if Scourge works against it, I guess. If it lives long enough. If not, that's fine. Contained 1,250 gil. Contained 1,295 gil. So if I go down this... Oh. That was not part of the plan. Quake. Now, for those of you who already know, Quake is a traditional Final Fantasy spell. However, in Final Fantasy VI, where they do have the spell Float, and Final Fantasy II, no, I'm sorry, Final Fantasy IV, you need to make sure you use Float on your party, otherwise you will get damaged, because it does the entire screen. This one is more like what they did with the... Did not expect that. The Titan spell from Final Fantasy IV. So, and for those of you who... What do you mean? Titan spell, when Rydia casts Titan, it only attacks your opponents. It doesn't attack your own party, too. Mithril gloves, Mithril helm. Let's just go ahead and kill this thing. Get it out of the way. Put it out of my misery. Well, let's see what Quake does to these. If I would have realized it wasn't a super strong enemy, I wouldn't have bothered refilling all of those spells. So, Quake, as I've just learned, is basically an auto kill. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, High Potion contains Tent, 1,975 gil, Monsters. Ooh, Lava Worm. Wormy, wormy. Okay. Contains antidote. Monsters. Used on the wrong person. Watch, you'll actually... Yeah, I was going to say watch. You'll actually go off this time before the monk. Chest contains 1,455 and monsters. Chest contained 1,520, contained 1,760. Mithril Shield, Phoenix Down, and Mithril Axe. Oh, I already have a Mithril Axe. So basically, all the shit that I'm currently wearing could have got for free in here. Well. Gaze. So now they have an additional petrification attack. One game, and I'm sure there's not a lot of call for this, but one game I'd love to see them remaster for the Pixel Remaster series would essentially be Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because I enjoyed that game a lot, but it was also the only game where you had monsters that were weak to specific weapons. Like in that one, if you use an axe against the worms, like the lava worms, it does double damage. So... And then, of course, you got your, what was it? Your bombs, your bows, the cat claw, and sword. I wasn't even paying enough attention to see what damage that did. Dang it. 532. That's very respectable at this stage in the game. Alrighty. And to avoid damaging myself a whole ton, I'll walk on the little walkway provided. No. Good enough. Mount Glug, floor 3. No treasure chest. What a jip. Actually, I don't think that's really whatever to say anymore, but... So, you know, I apologize if it is. You know, it's not something you should say anymore. I don't know what, I guess, just defend. Because I can already tell you that Quake won't do anything to those. I'm certain of it because of the natural... Oh! So Gaze is an instant death attack. Good to know. Haku leveled up to level 28. For whatever reason, I did not expect it to be an instant death attack, which I should really know better. Alrighty, basement 4. I'm gonna guess that after I do the whatever it is to get over there, that's my next goal, but I'll have to hit all those treasure chests. Rip. I mean, the good and bad about walking on the lava, bad's the damage, good is no monsters. Which, you know, thankful. Alrighty, so now Ryu and Vivi leveled up to 28. And now I want to go no door, no door, no door, none, none. Looks like I want to go straight for this lower one. Okay. Oh my dear Lord. Let's hope that this kills some of them. Oh, that works. Cut my problem in half. See if Scourge works against the mage. Probably not. Because unless he auto-attacks the mage... Yeah, I figured not. And Genji leveled up to 28. Got eye drops. Just gotta keep an eye on their HP. Oh, a hellhound. I'll take it. Blaze. Ooh. Fiery. Anyhow. Anyhow. Six. That's not bad. So he missed twice. Alrighty, so I'm sure I didn't lose that much HP. Monsters. Lava worm. Okay, what'd I get? Gold needle. Monsters. Fire lizard. Okay. And 2,750 gil. Fire Gigai. See how this works against them. I'm enjoying myself so much. I can literally feel time slipping away from me. Not really. Kinda. Anyway. So. 1,760 gil. Preemptive strike. Okay, we'll win this one. Should go quickly. Basically, monsters that are holdover from previous dungeons, I don't worry about. It's newer ones that I worry about. Because as you saw with the birds, I am not necessarily aware of what is and is not going to be a problem. Antidote, monsters. Should probably go and get another coffee here pretty soon. 7,340 gil. Monsters. Flame Shield. That's actually going to be quite useful. Ice Brand, even more useful. I will equip those right now. Ooh, increasing my accuracy too. Oh, yeah, it should. Change description. Shield imbued with the power of fire that guards against ice. So that's the good thing about having at least one character that can equip stuff like that, is at least, you know, in this kind of dungeon, they are harder to kill. And now he'll one-hit a lot of the monsters now, thankfully. He'll also stand a better chance against the Fiend of Fire when she decides to show her happy buttocks up. I knew that was going to happen. This one won't be too difficult. So yeah. Lava worm. $11.50 for Gil and $11.55. There's one more. Yes, there is one more set over there, and then I can go down. And then as soon as that was easy. As soon as I get over here, I need to ether her up and cast Heal Ra a couple times. Okay. 2,000 gil, a cottage, which nice, and a potion. Kind of nice, kind of not worth it. So now they're both one-hitting them. Awesome. Alrighty. I'm gonna say if that it takes more than one attack. I don't know. The sad part about this part with walking on lava, the next dungeon, or a next dungeon I should say, is pretty much equally as miserable for this. Because I skipped this dungeon altogether. I know I did. Haku and Vivi just leveled, so they're both now level 29. Monsters. Fire Lizard. I use level... excuse me, level 29. 1,250 gil. More monsters. Preemptive strike. And Genji leveled up. And contains staff. Okay. So there are 8. This seems... Oh no, there's 9. This seems very familiar, but I don't know why. I mean, it could be because this is also like... It looks like part of dungeons from Final Fantasy XIV. Or maybe I watched somebody do something similar. Just okay, so I basically do this one, skip the 2 upper ones unless there's... I'm guessing there's probably monsters in there I could fight. And then go from here and defeat the Fire Fiend, whose name I do know, but I try not to spoil too much for those who maybe this is your first time watching this kind of a playthrough. Thankfully in this one, blind is not as big of an issue as it is in some of the other games. So, and if this is the only monsters that I'm going to wind up fighting, I might as well go stick my head in those rooms. More monsters. Ooh, red dragon. This might be a little bit... Oh, I was going to say this one might actually be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Flame Mail. Now, I'll bet you only he can equip it because it's a male type armor. So, raises his defense, lowers his evasion. So, and this one should help. Mail infused with the power of fire that guards against ice. So basically what that would be is if I had, like my other team, I believe the knight, not the knight, well, he's a ninja now. The ninja could equip the shield, and then my knight can equip the armor, so they both have some, good defense against the ice. Okay, nope, they are completely empty. So I will just be going right over. I think my housemate might be home, which... Yeah. So, I will go ahead and turn this off. Again. Alrighty. And now I will just make my way all the way over here. I mean, they're pretty low, not like one hit low. At least not in this dungeon, thankfully. Hi, Gracie. If you can hear the meowing in the background, that's my baby. My favorite baby, Gracie. She'll keep me company sometimes. Won't you, sweetie? She will sometimes keep me company while I'm gaming, streaming. She's camera shy though, apparently, because well, actually I know she is, because she doesn't like having her picture taken either. Oh. Hi, baby. Let's see if I can get her on camera for you guys. Just because she's my baby and she deserves to be recognized. Gracie, come on. Baby, come here. Gracie, come up here. Come on. Silly girl. Come on. Come meet everyone. Oh. Say hi, Gracie. I guess that's high enough. So, alrighty, I will turn the camera off. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Gracie.
Alrighty. So, double check. Yep, now I go around and skip the bottom one. And yeah. I'll have to get some pictures together of her and that and use them for something in the stream. Maybe use them for the intermission. There's also Peanut, but he really does not like being held, so I'm probably never going to get him on stream. So is what it is. Oh, good news though, I am off Monday this coming week, so chest contains potion. I may wind up doing another stream Monday, and then Tuesday I'll do GU. I don't know what I'll do Monday. I'll have to try to think of that here, and if I can't think of anything by basically Sunday afternoon, and that I won't be streaming. So it's easy as that, I guess. Red Dragon. Okay, that blaze is a lot stronger than what that cat thing uses. So, yikes. Don't look into the camera, it's not on. Okay. And now that I'm just thinking of it, my warrior has both of those flame pieces equipped, and he still took, 3 digits worth of damage. So, not quite what it's cracked up to be, I'd say. Potion. Love it. Alrighty. And so that means when I get a chance to next play my other game, where I've already, upgraded everyone's jobs in the classes, Vivi and Haku are now level 30. I will get to go back and do this on that game. So, but by right, they should, because I've been to the other places and I've bought the other spells and equipment and all that. They should be pretty overpowered. I won't have an issue with this. Are you hit 30? Alrighty. I will stock everybody up here as soon as I get out of battle. And by that I mean I'll recover all of the HP. Genji's level 30. I will recover all of the HP. HP 420. Nice. And now I will give these two all of their spells back. I need to buy more ethers. And I will do a quick save. Alrighty. Let's fight the Fiend of Fire. So you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Marlith from her slumber. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it wasn't anybody else, was it? The power of the burning flame is mine and mine alone. Those who would oppose me shall burn in hellfire. Blah, 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 blah. Parties defense. Let's temper. What? What? Okay, no. No frost. I think that's, yeah. Damage of ice. Temper. Haste. Oh. That should buy me some... That should make it a bit better. There we go. There's some damage. There's some damage. Temper. Even though she's got all those swords, her physical attacks are not very good, thankfully. So, see if we can bring her down that much quicker, because I mean, Vivi doesn't have... Blizzaga, so... That was... Sadly, I mean, maybe not. That was actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. Rekindled flame. Yeah, I obviously didn't beat her before like I should have. Oh, I am so silly. Okay, no point in using whatever, because level 30, I was going to say, it's not like I used a whole ton of spells from my white mage, who I would need them from. And all the ones I used from my black mage were level, what, 2 and 4. So... Ouch! I just realized I knotted my hair, which, yeah. And for those wondering, no, I do not have my hair tied back at the moment. Not that anyone was wondering that, probably. Well, this one's going to be a bit messy, because those Hydras should have several attacks. Like, not in whatever, but like, they'll have several hits. Yeah, so 8, 3... I do apologize for, having to clear my sinuses so much, but, often done when you got allergies. So, alrighty, I can go back to the village of Crescent, I believe it's called. And I know what my next target is, essentially. But I can go back there, talk to them, see what happens, and then I can see about moving on to the next place. What time is it? Oh, hey, that was actually pretty good considering, basically the half-ass start my stream got. I think I did pretty good. I've done pretty good. So, we defeated not only the Fiend of Fire, but the Fiend of Earth, but the Fiend of Fire as well. So, and now I can go back in there and buy them the last spell. Well, except for Haku, because Haku needs to class up to Wizard. But I can go back in there and finish off buying at least Vivi the spells. So. Alrighty, Crescent Lake. Might as well just go ahead and rest. 200 gil. Love how everything goes up in price as you delve further into the game. Alright, so let's go do the spells first, and then we'll come back and do items, because I do need more stun. Because I need more ethers for sure. Does he say anything? No. I've been after the Levistone for 10 years. The cave to the north looks promising, but I can't go. I'll never hear the end of it from my wife. That's the first time I've heard him say that. And she's still complaining. Okay, so I need more ethers. That's not too bad. Phoenix Downs. I mean, that's not too bad either. I'll have them just in case. Pick up some of them, and I will pick up some cottages. Let's get a dozen. Remedy might be something I should consider. Yeah, I'll pick up a dozen of them. Alright, now let's see what they say here. Because, yeah, I am a dumb stick. So. Whoosh. Alrighty. Weedfall Stages, Stars and Prophecy, 4 Great Crystals. Actually, I think it would only really be, should only be these two. Nope, nothing new. Nope, nothing new. Power must be directed in toward its proper end. Bring lights to us, all crystals shine, fiend of fire passes, rots land, and yeah. Alrighty, so now the next task is to obtain the item that the guy was talking about, the Levistone. And that is in a cave that is a cave south of this place, but it's only enterable through this other location, and so we'll go ahead and get heading that way. I can't remember if I saved it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think I did. Couldn't run. And I will be, I don't know. Thankfully I don't work super early today, but there is a part of me that would like to end the stream so that way I can do other stuff, a different part. This is pretty much what I do to enjoy things anymore, so I don't know. I'll probably go ahead and pick up the Levistone at least, and then we'll call it good. Because the Levistone is a bit of a difficult dungeon, but I've done it once before, obviously. And, yeah. Neochu. Ugh. I think I go this way. Nope, I obviously do not go this way. I go this way. Not too terribly strong. Just a bit of a headache. I mean, at the same time, too, I did, like, stock up on a bunch of stuff, so nothing I can't manage. What do you think? Famous last words. I think. It's a family thing, so if it doesn't make any sense, that's fine. Because my family never makes any sense. Let's just finish this off. Oh, I don't know why I'm, leaving him equipped with the ice brand when we're on the water. Coral. It's not, super effective, but it's effective against aquatic enemies. Yeah, not super effective. Well, it's also weaker than it originally, is meant for the area, so. Alrighty, this is the Caverns of Ice. So now I'll change the weapon. Let's go back to the Mithril Axe, because I have a feeling that if I re-equip the Ice Brand, it's going to cause an issue, so. And at least here, I have fire magic for it. So. And Haku and VP level 31. I believe I am now out-leveling my other game. So, I mean, I could always do that too. I could end the stream here in a little bit and go through my other game and get the get the fire crystal, since I know I missed it. Ryu is level 31. And do that, get that out of the way. I think I'm just talking in circles. If I am, I do apologize. Okay. So, this one. This one, thankfully, is not like a super whatever dungeon. Like, it's not a super complicated dungeon. Or, well, just a bit it is. But, anyhow. Genji level 31. It's pretty straightforward if you know what you're doing, and believe it or not, I know what I'm doing. So, of course. Alrighty, so there to there, and that brings me up around here. Oh, Let's just let Haku kill them all with Daira. Daira? Daria! No. Close. Gonna sarcasm them to death. Take two. Evasion. Oh, I guess Dia is not strong enough to kill these ones. So, oh, fled. And two of them are paralyzed now. Alrighty. Whoops. I didn't want to do that just yet. Ambushed. Rip. Ambush is fine, just not when it's, 9 monsters that can paralyze when they hit. Pretty effective. So, alright, this is where we have more of the HP damaging stuff. So, because you do it in there. That's not bad, actually, getting up there pretty good. Oh, I really need to figure out some way to, essentially disconnect this one part of the controller. Monsters. Preemptive strike. So they will be monsters no more. Some good HP. Ice armor and mithril gloves. Whoop. His brand mithril helmet. Gonna put that back on, but I am going to put the ice armor on because I know what's coming up. Ramoraz, something like that. Give him the old razzle dazzle. No, too much. No, never too much. Alrighty. Next chance I get, I'm going to have to recover some HP for Vivi, I guess. Well, I can just wait, because the next boss is coming up here shortly, so... Basically, as long as I don't die... Oh, I could do it now. That works well enough for me. 7,900 gil, 9,900 gil, 5454 gil, 5,000 gil. Monsters, and then I think monsters below too. So I just want to nuke them. So let's nuke them all. Oh, my back. 11,080, 1180, 1,100 I should say, and another go of monsters. So let's just really. Consider them nuked. 12,350 gil. Okay, so now we go up. So, for whatever reason, Slowra only will hit one, but Slow hits all of them. And instant death does not work on these things, apparently. Neither does Silence. So what else can I guess, that, and... Because it didn't take Slow, okay. Try Scourge, I guess. It's a different, technically speaking, it is a different kind of spell. Yikes. This one is not going very well. Slowra. Okay. Nuke 'em. Let's get this done and over with. Tell you, if they made a version where you could pay extra to have all the, magic stuff skipped. No, actually, no, I wouldn't pay for it because I like the animation stuff, like the spells and that. What do I keep hit? Oh, the trash can, I'm guessing. Yep. Let's see, what the hell do I keep hitting with my chair? And Haku leveled up 32. Ether. So I go in there, get those 3 chests, and then drop down another floor, and that takes me to where I need to be. Preemptive strike. So. And I believe there's a monster in that room down here. Nope. 10,000 gil. So, and those steps, because this is the top floor, those steps will take me out of the dungeon right away. So. Sleeping bag, 9,500 gil, and then a shield. Now I go down here. And I forgot to refill my spells. Dang. Blast it. Let's do this and see what I can figure out. Oh, let's go ahead and just, like I normally would. Actually, I don't think this one has, yeah. Let's say it doesn't have as much HP as you would normally think for a quote-unquote dungeon boss. This is the Levistone that the guy was saying that he could go and get, but his wife would have a fit. And so now I gotta come back all the way through to... Because I don't think... Or do I? Did I get warp? No, that's the next... whatever spell. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should probably just suck it up and use ethers. Then again, yeah, I'll do that. So I will grab the Levistone, or I got the Levistone. I will basically go out, come back in long enough to grab those 2 chests that I forgot. I'm a dumbass. And then that will be it for the stream. See if they're just weak to magic in general. Oh, I need to... No. So yeah, I definitely need to restore some magic. Shocking! Okay. Only a bad part about tomorrow working is I have to be up and out the door at by 9:30 for my 10 o'clock shift. think these are just mummies, yeah, so we'll die with that one. And Thundra. Of course. Alrighty. Cool needle. Alrighty. I don't want to really use a cottage for this. We'll just use a tent. Alrighty. So I will go through, grab those two, and then after I grab them, it'll probably be basically when I end the stream. Well, I'll get back outside and then I'll end the stream. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. I appreciate the new follow. Trevi, if you're out there watching, I do appreciate it. I use text-to-speak for Twitch through the Microsoft store. That's what I'm looking for, store. And that's that way I can interact with you guys without having my two screens, which I would still like to do at some point. When that will happen, your guess is as good as mine. But one step at a time. I've got so many other things to do. I still got to take care of my U.S. taxes. They need to be filed, and I, pay out the yin yang for that essentially. So I have to go get those dropped off, so that way I can start figuring out how much that is. I believe last year it was $450 something plus tax. This year, hopefully, it's not that much more, but I need to get them done because the CRA and IRS talk to one another, and I could potentially face some issues if I don't. Not only that, but it will affect my student loan repayment plan, because I use that to basically do my repayment plan when that decides it's getting ready to be put back into place, and that determines the amount I repay. So, which reminds me, I should make sure I submit my taxes instead of just my T4s. So, because that makes a big difference on the payment, like a big difference. So. Anybody who's watching has a suggestion for what I should stream on Monday morning, reach out to me, let me know. Because if you don't know what I have, I'm happy to go over go over the options with you essentially. But, if you have some kind of idea, something I should try to stream, or you would like to see me stream that I have, or, we'll figure something out. So. Excuse me. I don't know why I yawn so much. I don't get quality sleep more often than not for whatever reason. It's not because I've got sleep apnea, My last test. Oh no, you don't have sleep apnea. You sleep completely normally. Well then, what the F? WTF, bro? Like, WTF? Anyway, alrighty. Now focus, so you can get these treasure chests. Yeah, they're both monsters. Rap. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Unfortunately, I know even if they want to try to flee, they won't be able to because it's, you know. But let's see how they like getting hit with thunder. Not very well, apparently. Which, you know, fair. Close. I can't remember what the... I think some of these is for... That one actually might specifically be for my monk, because even though they're just clothes, if he can equip them, that should give him a bit of defense. Never mind, I am wrong. As always. Well, not always, but more often than not. Okay, now all of a sudden his attack goes down when he has nunchucks. I don't get it. Okay, so now we go to this last one, then we'll drop down, and we will get to getting. I'm just going to auto battle this one. So yeah. So if anybody has any, you know, suggestions, idea that I could do for additional flame sword content, you know, that you might want to see, please, you know, in all honesty, share that information with me. I would love to have it. At least this is the same as it always has been, so. Nuke 'em. Woo. Anyhow, and by that, I'm thinking of stuff for, like, my YouTube channel. Because Twitch, I'm pretty much just going to do the games. YouTube, I will try to do other stuff besides games, because I have the ability to, you know, record, and I'll have to figure out how to upload, you know, my videos from my phone to my computer, that they don't compress or anything. And let's just do it again. You know, I can put videos together for that. So, because I mean, I think I need to download some video editing software. I can't remember the one I had on my other computer that I was starting to learn. But I do need to do that, and I need to get... Basically, I need to get better at it. So... And that's that. That's that. Ambush. I think Diaja is a level of spell for that. That's level 4. And now we are done. So, alrighty. So this puts... Ow! Ooh! Sorry. Cramp. Cramp. Right in that spot in my leg that I had one last night. So, yeah. 2 out of 4 crystals. So, halfway there. Too bad that doesn't mean I'm halfway done with the story. And so... Yeah. Alrighty, thank you guys so very much for accompanying me today. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys again on definitely Tuesday. We'll just do it that way. We'll definitely see you guys on Tuesday. In the meantime, take care, have fun, all that good stuff. I'll turn my video on briefly and all that stuff. So thank you again for watching.